Hello everybody, today we're going to be doing the first programming exercise of Chapter 7. Now this programming exercise mainly has to do with the enumeration type. Now this question actually says 1. Now this is exercise number 1, just to clarify. It says define an enumeration type, triangle type, that has values scalene, isosceles, equilateral, and no triangle. B. Write a function, triangle shape, that takes as parameters 3 numbers, each of which represents the length of a side of a triangle. The function should return the shape of the triangle. Note: in a triangle, the sum of the lengths of any two sides is greater than the length of the third side. C. Write a program that prompts the user to input the length of the sides of a triangle and outputs the shape of the triangle. Now this is a very simple program. Now you can see that one of the first things that they said was to make an enumeration type. So that's of course going to be the first thing that I will do as well. So up here I'm going to write in enum angle type I saw comma scalene equilateral, comma, and no triangle. And once we do that, that's pretty much those are the only 4 values for our very specific enumeration type. Now in B, the program says write a function, triangle shape, that takes as parameter 3 numbers, each of which represents the length of a side of the triangle. The function should return the shape of the triangle. Note: in a triangle, the sum of the lengths of any two sides is greater than the length of the third side. So now, right here, right under the enumeration type, we're going to write in triangle type, triangle shape, double side 1, comma, double side 2, comma, double side 3. Now in programs like these, it may sometimes be easier to actually start with the functions that make up the program and work up to the actual int main function. So now at the bottom of the int main, we are going to actually start working on the triangle type, triangle shape function. So here we write in triangle type, triangle shape, double side 1, double, side 2, and double, side 3. And then at the end, we write in a couple of curly brackets. And then we can get to writing the function. Now, right here, we can write in if side 1 plus side 2 is less than side 3, then we can return no triangle. After doing that, we can write in if side 1, if side 2 plus side 3 is less than side 1, return no triangle. Now if side 1 plus side 3 is less than side 2, we can return no triangle. Now, after we are done writing these if statements, now to be clear, the reason that we have these if statements is because these if statements are vital, because they actually determine whether a triangle is actually whether 3 sides that were given by the user are a triangle or not. Now, past this, if the function is still running past this point, past these 3 if statements, that means that the 3 sides inputted are actually can be the 3 sides of a triangle. And now we have to determine whether it is a isosceles, scalene, equilateral triangle. So here we're going to write in if side 1 is equal to side 2, or side 1 is equal to side 3, or side 2 is equal to side 3, now that will give us a little, we'll have to put another if statement here. Now this if statement is actually pretty much an exact copy of the if statement that's around it, except all of these or are going to be replaced with and signs. So let's do that. And then we go return equilateral. else, well, also don't forget a tab, just to make it a little bit more readable there. And then we can return I saw isosceles. And if none of that actually applies, then we just return scaling. And that's pretty much the end of that one triangle, of that function. Now, in programs requiring functions, you want to always be one step ahead of what you're actually going to do. So in this case, considering that most of you already know that if I wanted to, let's say, print out an enumeration, I would actually not really be able to. So I have to make a function that converts an enumeration into a string so that I can print it out. So we're actually going to create a new function. Now this function, we are going to input a type of triangle type. So we can input isosceles, scalene, equilateral, and no triangle. And when we do that, it will output a string. So it's a pretty simple function, and you guys probably shouldn't have trouble doing it on your own, but I'm still going to do it anyways. So right here, the first thing that we need to do is we need to write in string enum to string. Now the reason I'm using enum to string is, I guess, I don't know, I just don't want to put in triangle type, or you know what, I'm actually going to put in triangle type. Triangle type to string. And now right here we write in triangle type input. Now we can copy and paste this little part, pretty much just everything between the semicolon. And once we do that, we copy, paste. Ooh, almost actually saw that literally just right now. Just return that. Now here, we just click enter a couple of times. Make some curly brackets, and now you can do a couple of things. Now you can either use an if statement, or you could do a switch statement. In this case, I'm going to use a switch statement. So I'm going to write in switch input. And now I'm going to write in right here case I saw leaves. Return isosceles. Case scalene return scaling. And then we just put quotation marks around it. We write in a semicolon. And then we write in here, case equilateral return equilateral. There you go. Now after doing that, we can write in here case no triangle. We can return not a triangle. And that's it. And that's it for both of our functions. Now the only thing we need to do is now do everything for our main function. Now because we already have all of our functions done, making the main function is pretty much a walk in the park. Now there may be a couple of downsides to doing it the way I just showed you, where you do the functions first and then the main function. But for me in particular, I just feel like the functions are the most difficult part of the program. Therefore, you should probably get those done first and get the main function done later. But you can also do the main function very quickly, as you can see, because the main function tends to not be very large when you have the eta functions. So right here, we need to write in triangle type of triangle and you can write type of triangle, or you could write in something like the answer. I'm actually going to use answer because that sort of makes it a bit more, it sends a clear message that whatever is going to be inside this variable is what we're going to pretty much just be outputting in the end. And now we're going to make a string called answer converted, and then write in double side 1, comma, side 2, comma, side 3. Now after that, we can see out enter 3 sides of a triangle. And then we CIN side 1, side 2, side 3. And then we can see out and out. After that, we're going to make answer equal to the triangle shape. And then write inside 1, comma, side 2, comma, side 3. And now the answer converted will be equal to the enumeration. Well, actually, no, it's actually going to be triangle type to string. And then we're going to plug in right there answer. And then at the end we can just see out. Let me just get that exclamation mark out of there. Answer converted and out. Now we can run the program. Interesting. Now you can also see 2 mistakes here. Now those 2 mistakes are, 1, I accidentally forgot to include the header file actually it includes string. Now you actually need to delete this comma, which I put there for some reason. Now if we run it, there should be a couple of, I just need to make sure everything has a semicolon at the end, and everything should be fine. There we go. So now if I enter 3, 4, 5, I should get scaling, which I do get. If I enter 2, 2, 4, isosceles. If I enter 1, 1, 5, I will get not a triangle because it is not a triangle. And if I do 2, 2, 2, 2, I get equilateral. Quite simple, actually. Now, this program was a fairly simple program. I hope you all had a fun time and a great time doing this program exercise along with me. I hope you guys can have fun doing more of these by yourself. I'll see you in the next video, guys, and bye.